Riddle me this. What's better than walking outside and seeing two complete strangers duke it out in the middle of the street? I'll tell you what's better, seeing two random crackheads fight in front of a live studio audience. Now, what TV shows have you guys watched where people are allowed to just throw hands? Yes, JerrySpringer. Today we're going to be talking about early 2000s drama TV. I was talking to my mom today and telling her about this video idea, and she told me that's not drama. And I told her I know that it is not a drama, but we watch it for the drama, so therefore I will call it drama TV. I hope you guys get it. But I don't know if many of y'all remember, but there used to be a day where you had a TV without internet, and you had to use one of these little things called antennas to pick up channels. The channels you might pick up would be Fox, NBC, CBS, and PBS. And that's probably it, but there's probably a few more, nothing special. There was a couple of shows that caught your eye though. After watching a full boring ass episode of NCIS, you might would see a little TV show called SteveWilkos. How many of y'all remember Steve? The guy who throws chairs.
Monday on Wilkos.
You're going around pinching these little kids' butts.
Huh?
If you're not worthy,
I was just playing around with them. We were just horse playing.
you don't sit on my stage. Get off! You're crying, I don't give a damn.
Watch out, Rabbit! Watch out! Watch out!
We're gonna look at some of the most epic chair throws from the past few years. Get off my stage! Get off!
Okay.
Tell you what, I could not live with myself. I
can't.
could not live with
I
myself.
love myself.
If I ever did what you did. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do that to you. That's what I'd like to do. Yeah, I'd like to do you do that wall.
The show was literally golden. I remember watching it every day before I went to school. Usually, the premise of the show was that he would have these guests on and the guests either did horrible things or they didn't. And at the end, Steve would read a polygraph test to see who was telling the truth. Like this one episode where this wife said, "My husband's beating me," and the husband said, "Well, I don't beat my wife," and then the polygraph test came back and said, "Oh yeah, you do beat your wife." And then Steve, with his beautiful bald head, got so mad that he was about to beat that dude up. And I think I speak for everyone when I say, we love when Steve gets mad. But Steve is a pretty good dude though. He's not very quick to fight just because you're acting like a punk. But if you ever do want to pick a fight with him, just beat your wife. It's simple. I actually made a whole YouTube video about why it's okay to beat your wife. You should go watch it, link in the description. But highly wouldn't recommend it though, due to him being in the army and stuff, he'd probably beat your ass. But hey, shows like these really popped off in the 90s though, but for the sake of my young age, I'm just gonna be talking about the 2000s. But for a second, let's go back to where you could say these drama shows exploded on a little show called Geraldo. Geraldo was always one for views and controversy. He would frequently have racists on his show, including real members of the KKK. That's badass. I mean, for the show, not the KKK is by far not badass. But there was this one magical night where a huge fight suddenly erupted. It was as though the Yellowstone volcano went off itself, and there was people in the crowd who just couldn't do anything but watch. But it was pretty funny. Here, take a look. Damn, Geraldo even broke his damn nose. This is stuff of legends, folks. When I become 90 years old and my grandkids ask, "Hey grandpa, have you ever broke your nose on live TV because you brought members of the KKK and black people together to maybe work things out and things didn't go according to plan?" I'm gonna say, no, but Geraldo did. Like, who thinks of this shit? Who's sitting at a table and they're just like, "Oh, I got it." Today we're gonna bring on a tribe from the Philippines that eats dogs, and then we're gonna bring on the founders of the Big Dog Ranch in Alabama, and maybe they can work things out. This is completely bonkers. But just like young pranksters on YouTube that walk in random strangers' houses in the hood gone wrong, these television companies were in it all for the views, because views equals money, and views is just what they got. Like Drphil. Before he was shaking ass on TikTok, bitch, I'm fly like a bird. Bitch, I'm fly like a bird. Haven't you heard? And you is just a nerd. Got your girl in the Drphil had a real TV show. You guys might have heard of it. It's called Drphil.
Coming up. Let's do it.
Yeah, He would have these crazy guests on, and he would sort of be their psychiatrist, you could say, trying to help them out through their problems, whether it be alcoholism, drug addiction, or if you're just tweaked out in the head and think you're white when you're really black.
My daughter thinks that she is a white person.
I know that I'm white. I'm not fat, which is an African American thing. Being black is so gross and ugly.
You are saying disgusting things.
God made one perfect person, it's me.
This show was just crazy to watch and hilarious at times, like when Drphil just can't take it no more from these dumbass people and he slips out a few cuss words. I know you guys have seen the memes. Narcissistic bitch, that's what he says, that's his meme.
You get help, you narcissistic bitch. They know what a bitch you are and said it's a wonder I'm even talking to you. Go ahead. Come on, bitch. Go ahead. You want a piece of me, bitch? Bring it on, bitch. I want it all, bitch. She's a stupid bitch that's going to wind up on a stripper pole if she doesn't get her act together. You're making this about you, bitch. There you go, bitch. You rotten bitch. Bitch, go home.
But the thing is, I want...
Shut the hell up, bitch.
Okay, but here's some more memes that you guys have probably seen. It's this guy, Maury. His show was called Mory, and it strictly just exposed these dirty street hoes. If you for some reason had a kid, but then had sex with 10 other men before you got pregnant, but you wanted to keep it a secret from your husband, and hope that you could pass a polygraph test that's taken by the world's best polygraph machine ever, come on up to Mory and test your luck. Just don't forget to run to the back area where the cameramen are and start crying and screaming. And make sure you say, I didn't do it. That's where the big bucks are, honey. But my favorite part of the show was when this woman was afraid of olives. Check this out.
What's the matter? What?
There are no olives here. There are no olives here. My God, you're holding onto my hand and you're going to pull it off. Black olives or green olives? Any kind. Doesn't matter. Okay. Why olives?
Because they remind me of dead people.
Why do they remind you of dead?
My grandfather sat up in his coffin and looked at me when he died.
And you really believe that your grandfather came right up out of his coffin and he had green eyes? And ever since then, you've been scared of olives? Do you eat olives?
No, I can't even go down the aisle.
Okay. Now, you can't even go down the aisle of a grocery store? Mary, you won't let go of me.
Oh, yeah.
Bring out the olives. Sally! Sally, I don't have anything! Sally, I don't have anything!
But now let's get into the good stuff. Let's dive kneecaps first into the thick of it. I don't know why I said kneecaps, but it kind of works, so I'm sticking with it, alright? Let's shove our greasy little kneecaps right into the mud pile of TV gold. Yes, folks, I'm talking about this.
Does he tell you he wants to be with you and leave her?
Yes.
He tells you that?
Yes, he do.
Here's Ramon.
JerrySpringer, the man who took all of the shows I've listed and made them crazier than ever. Do you want to bring on a married couple who stayed virgins until marriage just to find out that the husband married a trans woman? Let's do it. Do you want to bring on the mom and son who secretly are sleeping together without their dad knowing? Let's do it. Do you want to bring on the wife who slept with her husband's brother and dad? Let's do it. Do you want to bring on literally the Grand Wizard of the KKK and a whole bunch of black activists? Let's do it. Wrap all this up with a full-ass boxing match every episode and a polygraph at the end just to add that little cherry on top of this already stinking pile of shit sitting on top of a nice vanilla wafer cone, and you got yourself TV. Literally, there's so many fights on JerrySpringer, they had to add a little boxing belt to the set just to set it off every time someone starts throwing hands.
Ring those bells!
Literally, there's so many fights, I just be feeling like people sign up on the show just to throw hands. This show is literally wild. And then out of nowhere, right when you think you're done with the craziness, Jerry will be like, oh no, we ain't done yet. Bring out the girls in bikinis and make them wrestle in a pool filled with dog food. And then your mind is blown. You can call it trash if you want, I call it fine art. And these are some of the reasons why I love these type of shows. Let me know down in the comments if I left a show out and tell me how crazy it is. But for right now, I'm Icy Originals. I love you guys. These shows are wildin'. Subscribe for more. Hit that bell. Like the video. Show your friends. Show your grandma. Stay frosty. And peace.
Hey, baby so cute like a fairy, no wings. She's my baby girl, she my Naveen. Yeah, when I get lost in my head, she my queen. She my little cutie, ain't no in between. Legend of Zelda, you know I am link. Looking fresh in this fit, baby, I'm wearing green. Temple of time, I walked into the place with the sword of the stone, and now look, I'm 18.